Hey, dude. It's on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We'll give people a minute to catch up. I'm gonna pour an ingot. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour some sterling silver. That way we can make stampings. So what this is an ingot mold. One of our customers makes these. For some reason I can't remember his name. His last name's like King or somebody, but he makes these things. They're really cool. It's already been seasoned. I basically just hit it with a torch for years now, so it's all black. I'm gonna warm it up. I'm gonna melt as much silver as I can put in this little melting dish, and I'm gonna pour it in the hole. And then we will roll it out. So let's do it. You know what, I probably don't, oh, I don't have a striker. Let me go find one real quick. Be right back. Entertain them.
Okay.
We'll be right back, guys.
Oh.
All right, got the striker. So, obviously you don't need this giant of a torch. This is just but we're going to be melting in the future. I'm just going to do a little bit of metal here. This is probably like what you'd melt at home. You know, a couple ounces at the most. When we go to run these things for real, we're going to use an induction melter, and we're going to melt about a pound. And then we're going to use a big rolling mill instead of the small one. So we'll be able to process it pretty quickly. But I figured I'd show everybody how it's done. So you're going to want to get your torch fired up. You need to warm this up. You got it. Otherwise it's going to cold pour. So let's get this thing nice and hot. There's a good chance I'll cold pour it too, so we'll see. Yeah. So all this is sterling silver scrap that we've got. So this is how you just remelt your scrap metal. It'll start to smoke the oil in it, because you'll usually coat this with oil. You'll see the oil start to smoke. Then you know you're close. You're probably at about 300 degrees. I love these little crucibles from Craig at DIY Castings, if you're wondering. They're wonderful. So let's add more metal. I want to get as much metal as I can. Maybe I can put a little more. Alright, so let's get this nice and hot. Get this really hot. Keep your torch on it the whole time. And pour quickly. Alright. So it's probably really hot. Let's open it up. There it is. Not too bad. Let me go get a pair of tweezers. So we just moved into this new room. I moved it out of my other shop so that we'd have some room to work. I'll be right back. Entertained. All right. Got a pair of pliers. So this thing is really hot. Yep. Yep. I tested it for y'all. It's hot. So here's our pour. You can see we didn't get it. Could have stood to be a little hotter, but that's okay. So end of the pickle. And then I will pick this up. Not with my bare hands. Man, I didn't bring any of the necessities over here. Let me go get the copper tweezers. Be right back. You know, it's funny, I got this nifty little basket. To quench in. Alright. This looks pretty nice. Our pickle is like nuclear strong. Let's go break that off. Let's go roll this out and see what we get. So come along. I'm going to use a wire brush to clean this real quick. You guys don't have to use a wire brush. I just tend to. Right over here.
Okay. What should I do?
Kind of gets it really clean. Alright, so let's see how much silver we get. We're making a video. Your mom might be watching. There we go. So we've taken up the slack on our mill. There we go. You'll want to put it through the same way every time. It's looking pretty good. Getting a little cracking at the sidewalls. We'll anneal it and then take it down the last bit. So you can see. You can make a sheet of silver really quickly. And it doesn't, you'll save a lot of money. time we're going to anneal it proper and put it in the don't know where to put this thing. We're going to have acid everywhere, I just know it. Alright. This is the only bad part about making metal. You gotta pickle it. Heat it to a dull red. Don't burn it. There we go. See how it's turning black now? When I poured it into the ingot, I kept the torch on it. And that way it came out nice and shiny. But now, where it's sterling. Yeah, don't do that. You make a big damn mess. This doesn't work so good. Let's drop it in. There we go. Oof. We'll give it a second. I'm running the pickle's actually cold. We're not really set up so well for doing processing metal other than just doing copper right now, but we will be. I've got an induction melter that we can melt about a pound of silver at a time. It's pretty cool because it'll do it in like 15 minutes. So we can take a pound of silver of sterling and turn it into a bar, and then we can run it down pretty fast. You can see it's going to take a minute, but we're just going to go ahead and clean it off, even though it's not pickled enough yet, because I'm going to roll it. And then, so this hasn't, if you guys are keeping track of the time, this doesn't take very long to do this, and it's so worth the money. Let me tell you, you will save a fortune. Let's go. Let's see if I've got a gauge. I want to roll this to 18. You need one of these. Right now, I'm at 13 gauge. I want to take it to 18. I'm at 16. This will be 18. Dead on the money. So, it took us, I don't think we have maybe but a few minutes in this, and we've got a big sheet of silver. So let's anneal it, and let's stamp one of these concho belts, or concho belts. So I'm gonna cut it into sizes first. Uh-oh, it's gonna be tight. I should have thought about that. Maybe we're going to be doing dragons. Where's the dragon? What did I do with the dragon? Here, keep the camera focused on something, otherwise they're just going to get bored.
Okay.
We're not that exciting. So we're going to do a dragon first, I think. I kind of screwed up, guys. It's barely big enough, but it'll do it. So I'm going to cut a dragon out. We'll do it from this section. Yeah. There we go. From here, we'll anneal it. And let's see what we get. It's going to be rough because that's a really deep impression. And that press does not ease into anything. It goes really fast. So we will... Our press is nice and slow. This thing is a high-speed press. It's not exactly for doing anything, you know, delicate. So here, stand back because it's going to splash. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let's pop this baby in the press. So on these kind of presses, if you ever buy one of these, it's really important. If you do not use spacers and you think you just run this thing up, you will actually destroy your press. The piston will shoot right out of the top of the hydraulic system, and you will have a big mess. That's how we've gotten some of these things on the cheap, is because people have wrecked them and we've fixed them. So let's get this going. There we go. So I'm going to start off with a piece of shredded urethane. I'm going to have to take a plate out. I was hoping to... This thing only moves a little bit. So here we go. It's got a key on it. Cool. Let me shut it off. So you can see we've still got, even with all the tonnage in the world and all the speed, I got to do it a few times. So let's anneal again. Now, if I was using the top male die, obviously we could knock it in one shot. But I don't have. The only way I can do it is to use a drop hammer then. Alright. I don't feel like breathing pickle, so let's hit this thing again. So we notice up near our wings isn't so great. We're going to move our urethane up a little bit to the top. And I think I'm going to take a little tiny piece and put it in the back. Here we go. That looks pretty good. Still a little bit more over here. tail looks pretty nice. So I'm going to hit it one more time. Up in that corner. Let's just use all the torn up pieces. And let's do one back here. Give it the slammy. That should do it. He looks great. So we'll throw him in the pickle. We'll trim him up. And we're going to make, I don't know how many of these we're going to make. Hopefully not too many, because they take a while. They take a while to do. So we'll toss that in the pickle. Let's see if I can get one out of this. I think we can. It's going to be really tight on the edges. I should have been rolling this at like a 45-degree angle to guarantee that I'd get a wide enough piece. Alright. So check this out. There's two different size holes. That way you can't screw up. Alright. There we go. That looks good.
Yeah.
Just enough metal. So what we'll do is we'll pre-polish all this sterling before we well, let's pickle it real quick. Let's pickle it. Yeah. So if you guys ever, these machines are available. If you're going to do a lot of stamping, it'll pay for itself. But they're not inexpensive. That's the problem with them. This is a 230 ton. It's made by a company called Mario De Mayo, MDM. And then this one over here is a 300 ton. These used, I see them for around $20,000 for a good one. Ones that have problems you can usually get for about 10 grand. They're not cheap, but you can see if you're going to do stamping, this is fast. It's really fast. Same with this one here. These are quite a bit more. But we do a lot of stamping, so it's worth it for us to have this kind of equipment. Let's pop this out of here. Boy, when the pickle's not hot, it sure doesn't clean very well or quickly. Let's go polish this. Since it's sterling, it should shine up really nice. I think we got it. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's go shine it up. Yeah, those presses in there make my press look like really affordable. Because those are kind of nuts. But that's what they use in like mints. In shops that are producing gold and silver coins, they use something like this. You know what? Let's use a soft buff. I don't want to tear up any of the designs. I'm going to use I'm going to try the Green Rouge. We'll see if we like it. Shines up instantly. Let's go in the other room, we can look better.
Yeah.
That's what's really nice about a dive struck piece. It just shines right up because it's super dense. The material's very hard. So it'll just, you know, you saw how long I polished just for a second or two. And it's shiny. And there's the back of it. It's 18 gauge. So we'll have some of these available soon. So they'll come with the edges trimmed off a little bit, save you some money that way. And hope you learned a little bit about how to pour some silver and give it a try. You only try pouring an ounce. Just like 1 ounce is all you need. You don't even have to pour this big a sheet, because you saw how little time that took me to do. And this, I'm going to save a ton of money by doing this. It's really good. And it did not take hardly any time at all to do that. I know I have electric mills and stuff, but if you're going to really make a lot of jewelry and you're into making silver, this is the way to do it. You're going to save a bunch of money. I know there's people who are telling you your time is more valuable, but unless you can sell every single thing you make as fast as you can make it, and I can't do that yet. So the day I can do that, yeah, maybe I'll buy my own sheet or just buy sheet, but I still can't do it. I've never been able to do it. So I still roll everything, and it's no big deal. All right, take it easy, guys.